The Battle of Gaixia, fought in 202 BCE, stands as one of the most decisive and pivotal conflicts in ancient Chinese history. This monumental clash occurred during the final phase of the Chu-Han contention, a protracted civil war that followed the collapse of the Qin dynasty and shaped the establishment of the Han dynasty. The battle's significance extends beyond mere military tactics, symbolizing the shift of power in ancient China and the dramatic rise of the Han dynasty under Liu Bang. The origins of the Battle of Gaixia are deeply entwined with the political turmoil that followed the fall of the Qin dynasty. The Qin dynasty, which had unified China under the rule of Qin Shi Huang in 221 BCE, collapsed in 210 BCE, leaving the empire fragmented and susceptible to internal strife. As the central authority disintegrated, various warlords and claimants to power emerged, most notably Xiongnu, the leader of the Chu state, and Liu Bang, who would later become Emperor Gaozu of Han. Xiongnu, a formidable general and charismatic leader, initially enjoyed considerable success in the power vacuum left by the Qin collapse. Known for his military prowess and ruthlessness, Xiongnu managed to defeat the Qin forces and was hailed as the hegemon king of Western Chu. His power, however, was not uncontested. Liu Bang, a peasant-turned-rebel who had started his rise as a minor local leader, proved to be a shrewd and capable adversary. His forces, while initially smaller and less well-equipped than Xiongnu's, gradually gained momentum and support. The Chu-Han contention, marked by a series of skirmishes and strategic maneuvers, culminated in the decisive confrontation at Gaixia. Gaixia was located in the present-day area of Shaojiang in Anhui province. The strategic significance of Gaixia was evident, as it lay near the Yangtze River, a critical logistical and transportation route. The geographical positioning of Gaixia would prove crucial in the ensuing battle. In 202 BCE, after years of intense conflict and shifting allegiances, the two armies converged on Gaixia. The Han forces, led by Liu Bang, had managed to encircle the Chu army, effectively trapping Xiongnu and his troops. The Han general Zhang Liang played a crucial role in the encirclement strategy. Zhang Liang's tactics involved using psychological warfare, creating false hopes of reinforcements for Xiongnu, and then systematically cutting off his supply lines and escape routes. The battle unfolded with Xiongnu's forces, though initially larger and better equipped, becoming increasingly demoralized and exhausted. The Han troops, despite their smaller numbers, displayed remarkable discipline and endurance. Liu Bang's strategy capitalized on the Chu army's overconfidence and fatigue, applying relentless pressure and maintaining a tight siege around Gaixia. The encirclement effectively trapped Xiongnu, cutting off his chances of reinforcements or retreat. The psychological warfare tactics employed by Liu Bang and his generals further compounded Xiongnu's difficulties. The Han forces spread rumors that reinforcements were on the way, leading Xiongnu to misjudge the situation. The tension and despair among his troops grew, weakening their resolve and ability to fight effectively. The Han army's relentless pressure eventually led to the collapse of Chu's defenses. As the battle reached its climax, Xiongnu's situation became increasingly desperate. The Chu forces, once confident and dominant, were now on the brink of annihilation. In a final dramatic effort to turn the tide, Xiongnu attempted a breakout, hoping to escape with his remaining forces. Despite his valor and the fierce resistance he mounted, the Han army's superior strategy and discipline ensured that the escape attempt failed. Xiongnu's final stand at Gaixia became the stuff of legend. Facing inevitable defeat, he chose to take his own life rather than surrender to Liu Bang. According to historical accounts, Xiongnu's last words expressed his defiance and regret, lamenting the fact that he was unable to secure victory. His death marked the end of a significant era in Chinese history and the consolidation of power by Liu Bang. The aftermath of the Battle of Gaixia was transformative for China. Liu Bang, having emerged victorious, established the Han dynasty, which would go on to become one of the most influential and enduring dynasties in Chinese history. The Han dynasty laid the foundation for many aspects of Chinese culture, governance, and societal structure that would influence China for centuries to come. The victory at Gaixia also marked the beginning of Liu Bang's consolidation of power. His rule, which began with the establishment of the Han Dynasty, was characterized by efforts to stabilize and unify China after years of civil war and fragmentation. Liu Bang's reign, known as Emperor Gaozu of Han, introduced a more pragmatic and effective approach to governance compared to the Qin dynasty, fostering economic development, cultural flourishing, and administrative reforms. The Battle of Gaixia remains a significant historical event, illustrating the complexities of ancient Chinese warfare and politics. It highlights the dramatic shifts in power and the strategic acumen required to navigate the turbulent period of the Chu-Han contention. The battle's legacy endures as a symbol of the rise of the Han Dynasty and the profound changes it brought to China, shaping the course of Chinese history for centuries.